The loud crashing sound came from inside Walmart at 2:13 a.m. The security cameras were still recording, but there were no customers inside. Only 3 workers. And something else. A tall figure stood in the toy aisle, completely still, facing the shelf. Its reflection did not appear in the shiny floor. The lights above it flickered blue and white. Then every screen in the security room turned to static at the same time. And that was the moment Tyler realized the stories about the store were true. But what was standing in aisle 14, and why did it only show up after midnight? Earlier that night, everything had felt normal. Tyler was 19 years old and had just started working the night shift at a Walmart in Ohio. The store was huge. It had bright lights, shiny floors, and long aisles that seemed to go on forever. During the day, it was loud and busy. At night, it felt like a different place. After 11 p.m., the store closed. The doors locked. Only the night crew stayed inside to restock shelves and clean. There were 3 of them that night. Tyler, his co-worker Jasmine, and the night manager, Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins was in his late 40s. He had worked at that Walmart for over 10 years. He always said, "Nothing weird ever happens here." But he said it in a way that made Tyler feel like he was hiding something. At midnight, Tyler was assigned to restock the toy aisle. Aisle 14. Jasmine was organizing clothes in the back near the fitting rooms. Mr. Collins stayed in the small security office watching cameras. The store felt colder than usual. Tyler pushed his cart down aisle 14. The wheels squeaked softly. The toy shelves were filled with dolls, action figures, and board games. Everything looked normal. But then he noticed something strange. One doll was turned around, facing the wall. He laughed quietly. Probably a kid earlier. He turned it back around. Its eyes were wide and shiny. When he stepped away to open a box, he heard a soft thud behind him. He turned around. The same doll was facing the wall again. Tyler froze. He looked around the aisle. Empty. The air felt heavy. He slowly walked toward the doll and turned it back again. This time, he placed it firmly on the shelf. "I'm just tired," he whispered. Then the lights flickered. Just once. Then everything went back to normal. He tried to shake off the weird feeling and continued working. At 12:47 a.m., the intercom suddenly crackled. But no one had pressed anything. A faint sound came through the speakers. It sounded like whispering. Tyler couldn't make out the words. Then it stopped. His phone buzzed. It was a message from Jasmine. "Are you messing with the lights?" He typed back. "No." "Why?" she replied. "They just turned off near the fitting rooms. And I heard someone laughing." Tyler swallowed hard. He left his cart and walked toward the front of the store. The lights and toys flickered again. This time longer. When he reached the security office, Mr. Collins looked pale. "Did you hear that?" Mr. Collins asked. "The whispering?" Tyler said. Mr. Collins nodded slowly. He turned the monitor toward Tyler. Camera 14. The toy aisle. There was someone standing at the end of it. Tall. Very tall. Too tall. Its head almost touched the top shelf. It wasn't moving. It was just standing there, facing the camera. But its face was blurry. Like static. Tyler felt his chest tighten. "Is that Jasmine?" he asked. Mr. Collins shook his head. "Jasmine is in the back." They switched to camera 12. Jasmine was there, folding clothes. Alone. Camera 14 flickered. The tall figure was gone. Then camera 9 showed movement. The figure was now near electronics. It hadn't walked there. It just appeared. Mr. Collins quickly grabbed the store phone. "Jasmine, come to the front." "Now." Silence. He tried again. No answer. Tyler's stomach dropped. The lights above them flickered hard. Then half the store went dark. Only emergency lights remained, glowing faint blue. The security monitors started showing static one by one. Until only one camera remained clear. Camera 14. The toy aisle. The tall figure was back. But now it was closer. Standing directly in front of the camera. Its head slowly tilted. As if it knew they were watching. Then it lifted one long arm and pointed. Not at the camera. At something behind it. Tyler leaned closer to the screen. Behind the figure was Jasmine. Standing completely still. Her face blank. Her eyes open wide. She wasn't blinking. "Jasmine!" Tyler shouted. The monitor went black. Everything went silent. No humming lights. No air conditioning. Nothing. Mr. Collins grabbed a flashlight. "We need to find her," he said. Tyler didn't want to move. But he followed. The store felt wrong now. The aisles looked darker. Longer. They walked slowly toward toys. Their footsteps echoed loudly. They turned into aisle 14. Empty. The shelves were normal. The doll was facing forward. Smiling. Then they heard something. A cart rolling. Somewhere behind them. They turned quickly. Nothing. Then another sound. Footsteps. But not theirs. Soft. Dragging. From the end of the aisle. Tyler raised his flashlight. The beam shook. And at the very end of the aisle, he saw it. The tall figure. Standing there. Closer than before. Its arms hung too long. Its body looked stretched. Its face still blurry. Like a broken screen. Mr. Collins whispered, "Don't move." The figure's head slowly tilted again. Then it took one step forward. The sound it made was not like a normal step. It sounded like something heavy scraping the floor. Tyler felt frozen. The lights flickered wildly. Then went completely out. Darkness swallowed the aisle. Tyler could only hear breathing. His own. And something else. Slow. Deep. Right in front of him. And then a cold hand grabbed his shoulder. He screamed. But the voice that whispered in his ear wasn't Jasmine's. It said, "You're still here." And the emergency lights suddenly flashed back on, revealing something standing inches from his face. And it wasn't human. The reflection in the window did not move when Tyler did. His heart slammed against his ribs. Mr. Collins turned slowly. "What is it?" Tyler couldn't speak. In the dark glass of the Walmart store, he saw himself standing in the parking lot. He saw Mr. Collins beside him. And right behind them. The tall figure. Close enough to touch. But when Tyler spun around, the parking lot was empty. The cold air felt heavy. The lights were still off. "Get in the truck," Mr. Collins said quickly. They rushed to Mr. Collins' old pickup truck parked near the garden center. The keys shook in his hand as he unlocked it. Tyler looked back at the store one last time. The building looked normal again. Bright lights inside. Automatic doors sliding open and closed. Like nothing had happened. Like customers were inside shopping. But the parking lot was still empty. They climbed into the truck and locked the doors. Mr. Collins started the engine. The headlights turned on. And for a second, in the beams of light, Tyler saw 4 shapes standing near the entrance. The tall figure. And 3 workers in old vests. All watching. Then the headlights flickered. And they were gone. Mr. Collins drove out of the lot fast. Neither of them spoke until they reached the main road. The radio turned on by itself. Soft static filled the truck. Then a whisper. "Aisle 14. Mr. Collins slammed the radio off. They drove in silence after that. The next morning, Tyler woke up in his bedroom at home. Sunlight came through the window. Birds were chirping. Everything felt normal. For a second, he wondered if the whole night had been a nightmare. Then he looked at his shoulder. There was a faint gray mark where the cold hand had grabbed him. Like frostbite. His phone buzzed on his nightstand. He stared at it for a long time before picking it up. One new notification. Walmart employee app. Shift reminder. Tonight. 10 p.m. Location, aisle 14. Tyler dropped the phone. I quit, he whispered to himself. He would not go back. No job was worth that. Later that afternoon, he called Jasmine. She answered after the third ring. Tyler? She said. Her voice sounded normal. Maybe a little tired. Are you okay? He asked quickly. There was a pause. I think so, she said slowly. I don't remember everything from last night. His stomach tightened. What do you remember? I remember the power going out. Then I felt really cold. Like someone was standing behind me. She paused again. And I had a dream. Tyler swallowed. What kind of dream? I was standing in aisle 14, she said softly. And there were people around me. They were wearing old Walmart vests. They kept saying something. What? Tyler asked. She hesitated. They said, stay with us. Tyler's hand started shaking again. Jasmine, did you get a shift reminder for tonight? There was silence. Then, yes. His heart sank. They want us back, she whispered. Tyler felt anger rise inside him. It's just a glitch, he said, trying to convince himself. Just some weird system error. But deep down, he knew that wasn't true. That night, Tyler stayed home. He turned off his phone. He unplugged his computer. He locked his bedroom door. He told his parents he felt sick. At 9:58 p.m., the lights in his room flickered once. Just once. He froze. Then they went back to normal. He let out a shaky breath. I'm not going, he said out loud. The clock on his wall ticked loudly. 9:59 p.m. 10 p.m. His phone, even though it was turned off, lit up. The screen glowed bright in the dark room. Tyler stared at it in horror. The screen showed a live camera feed. Aisle 14. The shelves were empty. The lights were flickering. And in the middle of the aisle, Jasmine was standing there. Alone. Her back facing the camera. Jasmine, he whispered. She slowly turned around. Her eyes looked normal. But she looked scared. She mouthed something. Help me. Then the tall figure stepped into the frame behind her. Tyler jumped up from his bed. He grabbed his phone. It was still showing the live feed. Come back. The whisper came through the speaker. Tyler backed away from the phone. The door to his bedroom creaked open slowly. He hadn't touched it. The hallway outside was dark. He heard footsteps. Soft. Dragging. Step. Scrape. Step. Scrape. Mom? He called. No answer. The hallway felt colder. The whispering started again. You belong here. You saw us. You came back. Tyler slammed his bedroom door shut and locked it. His phone screen changed again. Now it showed the Walmart parking lot. Empty. Except for one person standing under a light. Jasmine. She was looking straight at the camera. Then she lifted her hand. And pointed. At him. His bedroom lights went out. The room went completely dark. Tyler's heart pounded so hard he thought he would pass out. Then. Knock. 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 Slow. Heavy knocks on his bedroom door. Not his parents. Too slow. Too steady. Tyler, a deep voice said from the other side. The same voice that came from Jasmine in the store. Your shift has started. The door handle began to turn slowly. Tyler grabbed the desk chair and pushed it against the door. The handle kept turning. The whispering grew louder. His phone fell to the floor. The screen cracked. But it was still glowing. Now it showed something different. The 3 old workers standing in his bedroom. Right behind him. Tyler turned around slowly. The room was empty. But the whispering was right behind his ear. A cold breath touched the back of his neck. You can't quit. The chair against the door slid backward on its own. The door creaked open inch by inch. The hallway was pitch black. And inside that darkness, he saw it. The tall figure. Standing at the end of the hall. Inside his house. Tyler felt tears fill his eyes. This isn't real, he whispered. The figure began walking toward him. Slow. Step. Scrape. Step. Scrape. The walls of his house began to flicker like broken screens. For 1 second, he saw his bedroom. The next second, he saw aisle 14. Back and forth. House. Store. House. Store. The shelves began to form around him. His bed disappeared. The smell of cleaning supplies filled the air. Tyler was no longer in his house. He was standing in aisle 14. The Walmart lights buzzed above him. Jasmine stood a few feet away. She looked exhausted. Tyler, she said softly. It keeps bringing me back. The tall figure stood at the end of the aisle. The 3 workers beside it. All staring. What do you want? Tyler shouted. The tall figure's head tilted. Then, for the first time, it spoke clearly. Someone has to stay. The 3 workers slowly turned their blank faces toward Jasmine. Then toward Tyler. They stayed, the figure said. Now you stay. Tyler grabbed Jasmine's hand. We're leaving. They ran down the aisle. But the store kept changing. Every turn led back to aisle 14. Over and over. The humming filled the air again. The lights flickered red. Then blue. Then red. The tall figure appeared in front of them, blocking the path. You saw us, it said again. You belong here. Tyler squeezed Jasmine's hand tighter. No, he said firmly. The humming grew louder. The shelves began shaking. Products fell to the floor. The emergency alarm started blaring. But no one else was in the store. Just them. And it. Tyler looked at Jasmine. We don't belong here, he said. He closed his eyes. And pulled her forward. They ran straight toward the tall figure. Form began to crack. The 3 workers flickered like fading lights. The humming turned into a loud screech. Then, silence. Tyler opened his eyes. He was lying on his bedroom floor. Morning sunlight filled the room. His door was closed. The chair was still against it. His phone lay cracked beside him. No glow. No live feed. Just a normal screen. He slowly stood up. His shoulder no longer had the gray mark. He checked his phone. No shift reminder. No notifications. He called Jasmine. She answered. Tyler? She said. Her voice sounded calm. Are you okay? He asked. Yes, she said. I had the strangest dream. He closed his eyes. Me too. They never went back to that Walmart. A month later, the store closed suddenly. No warning. No explanation. When Tyler drove past it one day, the building was empty. Boarded up. Dark. But as he looked at the front windows, for just 1 second, he saw 4 shapes standing inside, watching. And near the entrance, under a flickering light, a new sign hung crooked on the wall. Now hiring.